Okay, this is some news. This is November 10, 2021. This morning, it's the day before the earnings call. This is from Reuters. Lordstown appoints chief commercial officer, other executives, and management rejig. So, here's what we have basically. We have Jane Richton Parsons, who is already a chief operating officer, is moving into the role of chief commercial officer to build Lordstown's commercial strategy for its vehicle. Commercial implies public sales versus fleet sales in my mind. And I have some information on her background coming up, but she's already with Lordstown as COO, and she seems to be a pretty competent executive. Her past experience is impressive. Let's move on. Uh, Lordstown will also, longtime automotive industry, Edward Hightower will take over as president, effective November 29, from Rich Schmidt, one of the founding members of Lordstown, who did a great, fantastic job getting the plant up and running, who was put into the president's role after Burns left. Burns was CEO. However, Rich Schmidt took over the reins as president. Uh, and Rich Schmidt really built the whole manufacturing system for Lordstown. He's stepping down. So you can see that this is where FOXCONN or Foxconn is coming in. Rich Schmidt, don't know if he's exactly been forced out, but he's leaving. He's leaving to 29th, which implies it's an amicable split. Uh, and also implies that Foxconn is taking over the plant. Absolutely, positively. Hightower is currently managing director at Motoring Ventures and already been working with Lordstown in a consulting capacity. I have some information on him coming up. So Rich Schmidt, big surprise, president, Lordstown Motors, stepping down, and Edward Hightower will take over. And then we have Shay Burns, who is also an auto veteran and who has previously led several launches at Ford. Will assume the role of senior vice president of operations at Lordstown. The company said Burns will lend support for the launch of the endurance pickup truck. So, operations, Ford, not much more information on him. This looks like a operator, an inside guy who is going to work internally on the launch with production and so forth. So I have no information on Shay Burns, but I do have some on the rest of these players. So let's get to that. Okay, this is Jane Rittenhouse Parsons. Here's her picture. She's the chief operating officer at Lordstown Harvard Business School. And this, I thought I'd go with her LinkedIn page rather than her Lordstown page. Publicly traded $5 billion branded consumer goods company with operating. This is Hasbro. She worked at proven track record managing global P&Ls, strategic brand development, dynamic category expansion, driving and closing complex multi-category global deals, and the creation of numerous successful initiatives with Fortune 500 partners. Okay, so um, that speaks for itself. During my 25 years at Hasbro and creating and launching international licensing and merchandising P&L divisions, and then expanding into North America and across Latin America. So she's a branding and marketing person. She's the chief operating officer right now. She's moving into this new role. And that's what she has been up to. And it's pretty interesting to see the international experience of these candidates. All right. Okay. This is Motoring Ventures LLC. This is the guy that's taken over Schmidt's position. Um, this is a consulting firm that works with manufacturers, OEMs, and tier one, tier two clients, infrastructure, renewable energy, private. Now they're already working with Lordstown. Um, anyway, this is Edward Hightower right here. That's what he looks like. Iconic did the involved doesn't say exactly what involved in the BMW 6 Series, Lincoln Navigator, Buick Enclave, and Chevy Blazer. Um, so previously, Hightower served in several new product design and engineering, strategy, brand marketing, executive roles between Ford, BMW, and GM, including leading GM's $15 billion global crossovers business as the executive chief engineer. So there's a lot of global in this whole thing. Extensive experience in emerging markets. And he's written a couple books, originally from Chicago, BS in General Engineering, and MBA from Michigan Ross School of Business. So we've got a Harvard MBA and we've got a more generic MBA. I kind of favor the generic MBA myself. Anyway, that's what Edward Hightower looks like. Anyway, just wrapping this up on Jane Rittenhouse Parsons' page on Lordstown. This is some pretty big shifts coming in. More of a push to marketing and more of a push to people that have international experience. Couple MBAs. I think Lordstown's got quite a talent pool. They're really ESG, and I am excited. I'm a little sad to see Rich Schmidt go, although I was wondering where he would fit in the new organization. I think the fact that he is retiring or exiting the company at the end of the month says that he's okay with everything. And anyway, this is big news on the eve of the earnings call. I think we can summarize from this that the deal is definitely going through. We can see that Lordstown's transitioning to a branding international marketing group that also has technology and a product. So I think we can expect that to be the move. And pretty interesting, the whole thing. I think that's a big move right before the earnings call. Thought everybody would want to know about that. And this is MXUX. Thanks for watching.